A very warm welcome, everyone. How are you all? Hope your preparation is on swing just because the title itself says there are only 60 days left for your preparation. Why are we talking about last 50 days as if this is your last attempt? Though there are March, April, May attempts, is because February attempt is very crucial, both in terms of competition and also in terms of boosting your confidence. If your first attempt comes out to be the best attempt, naturally you will be on high confidence levels and automatically you can do even more better and even more better and even more better in further attempts. But for whatever reason, February is not that good. That may little demotivate you. So, however, you want to go for that 60 days as if February is your last attempt and you should be giving your best. And let's see in a very simple way what you should be doing for next 60 days so that you come out with flying colors and give a wonderful performance. Okay, so planning. This title itself suggests there is a clock here and there is a schedule here. So, what is the most important thing? Scheduling. Scheduling is the most important thing, and don't schedule all 60 days. There are about 90 chapters in math plus physics plus chemistry. Altogether, your JEE main preparation is about this 90 chapters. And these 90 chapters, you should target to finish in first 45 days. That is on an average 2 chapters a day. So whenever you are planning your weekly timetable, plan for 2 subjects a day. Today I will do X chapter in mathematics and Y chapter of physics. Tomorrow I will do Y chapter of chemistry and Z chapter of physics. Then I will do a combination of math and chemistry. So overall, you plan 6 days every week to complete 2 chapters a day, and one day you keep it for your revision and test taking is very important. Test taking is very important even during this preparation. Let's say you have completed X chapter revising today. Immediately after that, be it a small test on 10 questions or 15 questions or 20 questions, whatever your timetable suggests you, and however your preparation may be. If you're very good with that subject already, you don't need much time for a preparation, then you can take a 1 hour test. If you need a lot of time for your preparation, maybe a 20-minute test consisting of 10 questions. So that will suffice. Test taking is very important. Test. Practice is the mantra because this is an application oriented examination. Apart from learning your concepts, knowing the solutions, you should also be able to solve them in the stipulated time. So, practice should be your mantra. Give as much importance to practice as possible. So, 45 days, 90 chapters, 2 chapters a day from 2 different subjects. It will be boring to study same entire day with math or entire day physics. So 2 subjects, plan 2 topics and finish them. And weekly once you have to revise that entire week duration. That should be for the initial plan. Then slowly you can take 2 day break. Once you have started completing your first 2 weeks, you will have more to revise. So every day, every week, you can plan for 5 days a week for your preparation. That means you can complete 10 chapters in a week, 10 chapters in a week, and 2 days you dedicate for exclusively tests and your revision. Okay, so that is how you have to progress through the first phase of this preparation. And second phase, that last 5-10 days left, should be only to revise. Then you don't practice. You have to have that hunger for solving. So last 4-5 days before the exam, you should not be giving any test. You should not be solving any new questions. It is just that you have to revise. And before the exam, we will again come up with those suggestions. 1 hour before the exam, maybe you can warm up with 2-3 questions before the exam so that you can perform very well in those 3 hours. Okay, so coming back for 60 days, first and the foremost thing, what is it? 90 chapters, complete them in 45 days. Plan for 6 days a week, initial 2 weeks, then 5 days a week, initial 2 weeks, 2 chapters a day, and that rest day is not actually a rest day, it is for your revision. Okay, the 60 days are very crucial. Every hour matters, every day matters. Why? Because why is February important? Because one thing I already told you, it will boost your confidence. And second important thing is, not many students across the country are completely prepared. It could be blamed on online education, it could be blamed on the classes not being open, or it could be blamed on the uncertainty in terms of the dates of the examination. But however, what we are seeing is not many students are prepared. That means less competition. That means you have chances of doing your best and getting the best possible percentile in February. So take these 60 days as crucial, like tapasya, and that will give you best results which you can cherish for your entire life. Okay, so first hint is plan these 90 chapters properly. And how to plan them? Make a list of the chapters, maths, physics, and chemistry. Rate your chapters on a scale of 5, or simply, I don't know, I know but have to revise, I know thoroughly. Only 3 columns. Now you have to grade your preparation according to what it is. X chapter I already know thoroughly. Y chapter I know but I have to revise. Z chapter I already know and I'm completely on it. So now when you are planning your schedule, you can do two things. If you are following a coaching program, if your classes are giving you some guidance, strictly religiously follow that plan. Whatever plan they have given, just stick to that plan, religiously follow it, you're bound to be successful. Otherwise, if you are into self preparation mode, then the chapters which you are picking in a week, make it a combination of easier ones and the tougher ones. Make it a combination of the ones which you have to revise and the ones which you don't know. So likewise, you will be able to comfortably allocate your time. Maybe if I know a chapter thoroughly, but still I have to revise it, and some certain other chapter I don't know. When I'm clubbing these two, I'll get a little more time for the one which I don't know, and I can allocate a little less time for the chapter which I already know and which I'm revising. If you club a tougher chapter, maybe a rotation with reasoning in mathematics or statistics and mathematics, then you can give sufficiently more time for rotation and little less time for reasoning or statistics. So that is how your planning should be. That is how your planning should be. So whatever your comfort zone, you know it better than anybody else. Which chapter you are thorough with, you know it better than anybody else. Which chapter you need more time, you know it better than anybody else. Which is your strong area, you know it better than anybody else. So you prepare your own plan and accordingly follow it. If your college is giving a plan, they will also give you a weekly plan. So, in that, what is your strong area? Club that with your weak area. What is your tougher chapter which needs more time? Club that with the chapter which needs less time. And that is how you need to plan your schedule and plan your working. And practice. Simply revision of concepts or formula will not help you. Daily, one has to solve at least about 40 to 50 questions. And preferably, very important thing during an examination is that your body and mind should both support you. Body and mind should both support you at their best in that 3 hours time. If you are more energetic after that, also no useful, before that also no useful. In that 3 hours you have to be highly energetic. So body will have something called circadian rhythm. It will have a biological clock in it. If I am very active 7 a.m. in the morning every day, I will be very active 7 a.m. in the morning throughout. So likewise, now you have to be active between 9 to 12 and 3 to 6, 9:30 to 12:30 and 3 to 6. That is your timing which you have to be very active. So you have to plan your preparation between 8 a.m. in the morning to 1 p.m. and then you can take sufficient rest. Then start your preparation again between 2:30 and 6:30, so that you are highly energetic at that time, you are active at that time, and your body is tuned to working at that time, your mind is tuned to working at that time. and you will be able to give your best. You will be able to give your best. So next 60 days, just change your routine so that you are effective during these examination times. And then, which is most important, is division of time across the subjects. Maths, physics, chemistry, should they be equally be given time? Absolutely not. Why? Because in math and physics you have limited amount of concepts, you have limited things to remember, whereas chemistry you will have whole lot of revision, whole lot of things to remember, whole lot of things to recollect. Okay, it has got nothing more to do with memory. So give a larger chunk of time to chemistry. So if you are talking in terms of percentages, ideally 40% of this is a general rule of thumb. It may be a little more or less for your own preparation. You know it best. 40% time should be given to chemistry, and 30-30 you can balance between physics and math. If your math is good and physics is not so good, give less time to math and more time to physics. If your math is not that great compared to your physics, give more time to little more time to math and little less time to physics. So you just have to balance that 60, either 30-30 or 25-35 or 35-25, whichever suits you according to your strong areas. Okay, and don't remember that you have to practice. Practice is the sole mantra. Practice is the sole mantra. Just simply don't revise every day. Solve at least 40 questions, and every chapter, while you are recalling a concept, also look at the model questions on that and think of scenarios where you want to, where a question can be asked and where you have to focus and how you have to address that type of questions in the examination. You can just make a summary note of everything, and at last day when you are preparing in a week, revising in a week, you can go through that summary week, see it. Probability, Bayes theorem, this is what I have to remember. Permutation, multinomial theorem, these type of questions can be asked. So you have to have a small summary sheet for each chapter, and that you can revise during the end of the day. And few things which you have to keep in mind is, at this stage, don't start with new books. Simply do what you have done for last 2 years or 3 years, whatever your preparation be. Simply revise from your notes or do the books which you have already done. No new books now. And the one thing which you have to do and which will be very useful is your archives. JEE main question bank. JEE main question bank, if you already have, or NTA question papers last few years, whatever sessions they have conducted. It's a huge collection of questions already for the numerous number of sessions they have collected in numerous phases. There are more than about 10,000 questions in this bank. So if you do them, more or less, JEE Main is a pattern-oriented examination, unlike your advanced. So same type of questions, same concepts or similar concepts will be asked. There will be no new surprises in JEE Main exam. So once you are thorough with this 10,000 question bank, that is more than sufficient. So as many previous papers you go through, as much confidence you will have and as much close you will be to your dream score. Coming to dream score, have a logical dream score in mind. Let's say you are now getting a score of about 130. It is not wise to aim at 230. Okay, so you can increase this 130 to about 180 and work for that 180. Let's say now you are at 180, you can ideally increase your score up to 230 or 240 maybe, but not beyond that. Don't overstretch yourself. Don't have too optimistic targets for you. Keep sensible targets. Happily, you will be able to achieve. And the biggest thing which you have to remember, which is more important on all of this, is your positive mindset. Have a positive mindset. You're definitely going to be successful. If you have doubts coming in your mind whether this will do or whether am I prepared, am I not prepared, things are not going to be in our hands. So you have to be positive. Your preparation is all there. You have not forgotten anything. You have been preparing for 2 years. Have confidence on your preparation. Have confidence on yourself. You will shine. And whenever you are starting a day, start it happily. Whenever you are solving a question, solve it happily. Sing a song. They let not any stress come to you. Absolutely, there should be no stress at all, no pain at all. Whenever the stress comes to you, because you are working for a longer duration, your time slot should be about 12 hours to 14 hours a day, and automatically that may induce some kind of physical or mental stress in you. Immediately burst it out. You can dance like mad, you can sing a song, you can go to a bathroom and be a bathroom singer, or you can scold somebody or do something naughty. Quickly get that stress out. Quickly get that stress out and start your preparation again confidently and happily. So throughout you have to be looking at your dream college, you have to be looking at your dream destination, and you should be hoping that you will be definitely getting there, and whatever your effort putting there, you're getting closer to that destination, closer to that destination. With that positive zeal, with that positive motivation, if you prepare for next 60 days, success will definitely be yours. You will be destined to get into your dream college. Okay, wish you all the best. Hope you will make best out of these 10 days, 60 days. And just quick recap of whatever I told. 90 chapters, plan them in 45 days, 2 chapters a day. Club tougher one with a easier one. Club the ones which you wonderfully know to the ones which you don't know much. So this kind of combinations will ease your preparation. Plan for 2 subjects a day. Daily practice at least 40 questions. And towards the end, you have to give a lot of mock tests. And initially also every week, at least every week, you have to give one mock test. And post January 15th, you have to be giving full syllabus test at least 1 month before your February 22, 23rd is the date. Before that, at least 1 month before, you should start giving your full syllabus tests. Okay, so don't get bogged down by anything. Be happy, be motivated, and you're sure to get a seat in your dream destined college. All the best.